evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bahrain Now. With me, your host, Bara Abdullah. We've got a great show coming up featuring great local talents, initiatives, and happenings from around the kingdom. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, plant-based diet is known to be widespread lately and is being used as a different healthy method of eating and cooking. Wafa Mohanna, who is a vegan chef and activist in the field of plant-based diets and vegan lifestyles, share more information with us today. Well, Wafa, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Definitely, most definitely. So let's start with this. Let's start by explaining plant-based definition to our audience.
So basically, a plant-based diet is any product that is fruits, vegetables, legumes, or seeds. Nothing that is from animals, no animals or anything derived from animals.
Well, that's simply said, the vegan life. How can one enter this field? Like, how did you enter this vegan world?
For me, it started as an experiment. Honestly, I was just looking for a healthy diet, a way to lose weight in a healthy way, and I've never heard of veganism or anything of that sort before. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, I think I can do it. So let me try it for a couple of days. After the couple of days were over, I was like, oh, it went by so fast, I can continue. So I decided to do it for a week, but then 2 weeks passed. And then I decided to do it for a month, but then 3 months passed. So I decided to continue until I want to stop. But it's been since 2015, Valentine's Day, I have not stopped.
2015. Wow. Wow, that's an amazing achievement. I mean, I'm sure it changed your life. I mean, I've tried being vegan for like 3 or 4 months. The one thing I noticed, I became so light. I feel very light. I mean, my thoughts got clear. But how did it change your life?
Like you said, you instantly feel lighter. Mentally, there's a struggle, especially if you are a meat eater. You're seeing people around you eating meat, so you have to be creative and you have to find ways to substitute for yourself. But honestly, I lost the weight I wanted. I became much healthier. I got more clarity. And I started focusing. My memory improved. And I can go on and on and on. Hair, nails, skin, so much, so many things changed in my life that even my taste buds have actually started tasting things differently.
Wow, wow. Pretty much your entire life changed. Like everything just completely changed. That's amazing. So now people keep asking like who can become vegan and where to start if ever?
For me, I would always say education is very important. Before you actually start this new step in your life, even if it's temporary, you have to read as much as you can. If you are not well educated and not well aware of what substitutes you need to do, what are the vitamins and minerals that you will need to substitute for and the amount, you will need to also find a support group for yourself. All of these things require research and at least a little bit of knowledge. If you don't have the time, find someone that will help you, that will accompany you in your journey. If you do it on your own, cold turkey, it's very hard.
Okay, well, I will take that advice, especially with a vegan chef like yourself. Thank you so much. But now, as you're getting busier and busier in the vegan world, can you tell us what are your current activities that are related to the subject, plant-based diet?
At the moment, I am leading the vegan community in Bahrain through social media. As
Okay.
well as I also have the WhatsApp group where I've tried to put all the vegans together. Every now and then I would organize an online gathering for all the experts and people to talk to us and give us advice on things, especially doctors. I'm also studying here in Cyprus in a culinary school. I'm also working part-time in a restaurant just to get a little bit of the Cypriot diet here as well. You'd be surprised that there are vegans all over the world and there are options everywhere. You just need to know where to look at. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to find ways, like, every part of the world has their own way. So
Mm.
if you haven't realized it, but actually vegan dishes are in almost all cultures. It's been there for years, but we just don't recognize it as vegan. So what I do is that I try to make people aware of that through my social media accounts, as well as try to veganize what is traditional and has been used, like eaten for a very long time, like tikka, michbous, biryani, and these kind of things.
Amazing, amazing. These are like exciting times and pretty interesting. Like hearing all of this, I just want to know, how do you plan to make a plant-based diet on education and practice, for the people in Bahrain, because I'm sure it needs a lot of work. So what's your talk on this?
Um, I think when I started, it was very hard. People were not aware what veganism is, just like me. But now there are lots of people that are aware of it. Even if they're not following the diet, they know it. Most restaurants offer vegan options now in Bahrain. You would see a lot of dietitians, especially on their social media accounts. They would talk about vegan diets, plant-based diets. So, like, the work has already been done. All you need to go is go out there and get the information. It's out there. It's everywhere in Bahrain. It's not hard. You get it through books. You get it through social
Mm.
media. You get it through just Googling and searching on your own.
Right.
Even if you speak to your own doctor, doctors now are more aware and they are able to help you and guide you through it as well.
Hmm. Very, very interesting. It seems there is more acceptance, to the idea of being a vegan nowadays, right?
Yes, in the beginning, the difficulties I faced was religious reason. People thought it
Interesting.
was a religious thing. But then when they realized that it's just food, like you take the good part of any new idea, you take the good part of it and leave what you don't like. So people are starting to accept it more now.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, how do you encourage people to be vegan these days?
Um, Personally, I would give them my food to try.
Okay.
I'm always feeding people. That's my passion. um, but also, I will always talk about it. I would always mention it. Through also my social media, I would try to do workshops. I would try to do gatherings. I would collaborate with restaurants and other social media influencers, just to encourage people. Try one thing. If you like it,
Hmm.
try another. You don't have to be completely 100% vegan to experience it. Just try it for some time and then see how your body changes.
You know what's amazing right now? That it's like a lot of people have been recommended for health benefits of the plant-based
Yes.
diet, and you keep telling them, like, try to go vegan for a certain period. Oh, you have high cholesterol? Try go vegan, for a certain period. Oh, you're
Yes.
kind of sick here and there? Maybe you want to cut down on certain stuff. But from your perspective, as you've been seeing, when it comes to health, what are the benefits of plant-based diet?
Um, from what I personally know, till this point, the vegan diet is the only diet that has been scientifically proven to reverse heart disease.
Wow.
And not only that, but also from myself and all the people that I know personally, they have been able to, for example, um, um, completely get cured from diabetes. Some
Amazing.
have a lot of intolerances, like the gluten or the sickle cell anemia, some certain types of allergies.
Mm.
Once you flush your system through from all the toxins and you become vegan, you can gradually introduce your body to whatever you've been allergic to or you've been suffering from.
Mm.
Even cancer, a lot of cancer retreats now are giving the vegan diet to their patients because
Wow.
there are a lot of there are a lot of things that affect the cancer cells. Through a vegan diet, you can help it.
It's amazing. Like, there have been talks about when you mix between having a vegan diet and fasting altogether, it's like the ultimate combination for certain cases. And you just mentioned like cancer. I mean, there were some researches that pretty much it did damper down the effect of cancer and diabetes, as you said. That's amazing. You know, now let's say all in all, people are like, oh, amazing, I love the sound of this, but sometimes we don't know exactly how to start, how to create, where to find vegan food, you know, because some would just take the branding of vegan and all of a sudden they see the prices going so high because, oh, it's been, you know, been designed in a certain way. It's been, you know, all the care in the world is in that sandwich or burrito, vegan burrito. But from your perspective, where to find or create delicious vegan food?
Um, Opinion, start with the things you love. We're not rabbits, so we don't eat only salad. So, what do you really love? For example, if you like the local Bahraini traditional foods, rice and these kind of things, you can eat it, but you can veganize it.
Mm.
So, when I started, I didn't find any vegan alternatives to meats. So, I only cooked, for example, biryanis with vegetables.
Okay.
Uh, then gradually I found alternatives like tofu, meat and chicken alternatives.
Mm.
You can even find fish alternatives now. So all you need to do is substitute what you already have, you already love. If you go to a place where, for example, a family gathering and you're the only vegan, take something with you so that you can eat and share what you're having. If you're going out with friends, for example, to a restaurant, before going to the place, check online and see if they have any vegan options. If they don't, and you call them in advance, they probably will make something special for you. And if worst scenario comes and you're stuck, you can have fries, you can have falafel, you can
Oh,
have
wow.
salad, you can have all of these things are vegan. Depends on the cuisine you go to. If you go to a Japanese cuisine, you can have vegan sushi. It's always there, cucumber, avocado, all of these things. If you go to an Arabic restaurant, you can have kushari, you can have, a lot of falafel, all of these things.
Mm.
Any cuisine you can think of. If you go to a Chinese restaurant, they also have vegetable plates
Right.
and options.
Right.
There's always side options as well, so that you can like put together and make your own meal. So there's always options. It's not really hard. You just need to think about it a little bit.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, I got a lot of questions, to be honest. I mean, I'm just like, because it's a topic that really is close to me and to a lot of people here on Bahrain TV. Now, you know, as we have people in the fitness industry, and the first thing we'll ask you, well, what about the protein intake? When you're vegan, what's gonna happen? You know, the B12, all the protein. Now, when it comes to that, what can you say about it?
Okay, if we're going to talk about B12, B12 is actually a bacteria that grows is actually found in the soil.
Mm.
So when you take out the vegetables and animals eat the vegetables that have this bacteria, that's how you get the B12 from the animal. So you can just cut the middleman and go directly to the vegetables themselves. If you find that you are lacking in that vitamin, you can always find supplements. However, since I have turned vegan until this day and I have been doing checkups every 3 months, my B12 has been perfect. It has never gone down lower than
Wow.
its minimum without any supplement. Um, you know, just like any other vitamin, like vitamin D, we live
Right.
in a sunny country, but we all lack it, right? So you just need to be aware of what to eat. When it comes to protein is in a lot of fruits, vegetables, and seeds, as
Mm.
well as nuts. So, as an athlete, I have a lot of actually bodybuilders in my group that
Okay.
are vegan. I have, if you check my account, you will see that I have coaches as well that train and give like fitness classes. They will tell you exactly what to eat and how much. But generally, we have found out recently that the body does not need as much protein as we have been told.
Interesting.
The amount that the body needs is actually quite little. Just be aware, it depends on your weight and if you're male or female and the type of activities you do per day. It's a special calculation where I advise you talk to a nutritionist. They will tell you exactly what you need, but it's not really hard and it's not a lot. Like for me, a handful of almonds is perfect a day. I don't really need more than that. You can add you can do simple things as well to add more proteins to your food, like maybe add sesame seeds.
Okay.
Add pumpkin seeds. Any of these things, it will add more protein into your food.
Okay.
So like just be aware. That's why I say like study and not only study but like read about it. So
Right.
like these simple things will help you in whatever you're looking for.
Amazing, because the amount of debates you will see on YouTube, podcasts, on the whole thing with protein has been the biggest thing when it comes to fitness industry when between vegan and non-vegan people. So I really felt like I need to ask you this because a lot of people right now they're talking about body mass, right, or muscle mass, and how right now there's like new research on the whole thing, how to build muscle and what is muscle to the body, and then the source of muscle. And everybody's like, oh, for muscle, it has to be protein. Protein means meat, chicken, that kind of stuff. But as you said it yourself, I mean, there are like a lot of examples today that people who are just vegan manage to have, a body ripped with muscles that are with long longevity. And that's one thing people like keep talking about the longevity of people pretty much between vegan and non-vegan, as it seems that there's research that they're healthier somehow. What do you say about that for vegan people?
Yes, I have seen vegans that are 80, 90 years old
Wow.
and look like even younger than me. It all comes down to the quality of food that you're eating. So yes, they are vegan, but they're also not eating processed vegan food. So you need to also be aware. Veganism can also be negative if you do it in the wrong way. So if you eat a lot of processed food, if you eat a lot of those fake meats and cheeses all the time, every time, it's gonna be really bad for your system. So these people that live very long and are very healthy at a very old age are actually eating clean plant-based foods, which are not processed as much. They're basically eating a lot of raw foods, so a lot of fruits and vegetables and nuts.
Okay.
But they will also add every now and then maybe a pasta or maybe some cooked lentils.
Right.
They also sprout their food a lot, so they would sprout their seeds, and they would have a lot of natural probiotics, so fermented foods, like sauerkraut and vegan yogurts, kefir, those kind of things. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Apparently you are part of this very exciting journey. Do you think we're going to see more of Wafats in Bahrain, taking this journey of becoming a vegan chef in the culinary world of the vegan world?
Oh, it's already started.
It
now
did.
I think I've become like an old generation vegan in Bahrain. There are lots of new vegans and mashallah, so smart and so creative. They're doing so much. And I see a lot more potential as well. People are becoming more and more aware of their health. They are becoming more aware that they actually have choices. They are not forced to do something. Even with the corona and what happened with the pandemic, people started searching more and started realizing, wait, no, I'm in control of my body. I want.
Amazing.
It is not the way that feed me,
Wow.
So marketing is not working as it used to be on people now.
Yeah.
People are more aware and smarter,
True.
People are looking for better options now. And the more that people are doing that, the cheaper it becomes. So in the beginning, like vegan options in Bahrain were crazy expensive. If
Mm,
I wanted to buy a block of tofu, for example, or a box of ice cream, it will cost me 4 or 5 BD, sometimes 8 BD if I go to a restaurant, right?
mm, true.
Now you only pay 500 fil, 700 fil for an ice cream. There are like local Asian restaurants that actually make you fresh tofu for less than 1 BD.
Really?
So yes. um, so the more people are buying these products, the cheaper they become because there's more demand. So the supply increases, and then the supply increases, the prices go down.
Amazing. That is so true. The more there's demand, the more there's supply, and the price will be more reasonable for us to actually, pay for. And you gotta tell me later on after this interview, where do you find local tofu? I really want to try that. Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. Any last words to your viewers? Although we don't want to end this exciting talk, but we have to pretty much wrap it up right now. So, any last words to your viewers right here?
Uh, Yes, I would say if you are looking to become healthier, at least, you don't have to be completely vegan. You don't have to force yourself in a category. Just change simple things in your diet and make it healthier gradually. And then decide if you want to be vegan or not. But at
Mm.
least if you have more healthy options in your diet, it will benefit you in the future and it will help you if you have any disease at the moment.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Wafa, thank you so much for this exciting interview. I think we're all proud of you, with you taking that journey pretty much, becoming a plant-based diet chef, and we can't wait to see you right here in Bahrain, pretty much trying your beautiful and delicious vegan recipes. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Bahrain International TV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. Our vegan talk took place right here with Wafa Mohanna on Bahrain International TV. Bahrain Now. Well, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed that episode as much as I did. Don't forget to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below and stay tuned for more happenings right here on Bahrain Now. I'm Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.